Mai Shri Guruve Namah. Guru Abhisha Sapurakam Guru Ganara Shisha Sambhushitam Chinta Chinta Samastaveda Nipunam Shri Rupa Panthanugam Govinda Abhidam Ujjalam Vartanam Bhaktyanvitam Sundaram Vande Vishwa Guruncha Divya Bhagavad Premdo Hibij Bradam Devam Divyatanum Suchandravadanam Balarka Chelanchitam Shandranandapuram Sadek Varnam Vairagya Vidyam Buddhim Shri Siddhanta Nidhim Subhakti Lasitam Saraswatanambaram Vandetam Shubhadam Madeka Sharanam Nyasisaram Sridharam Shri Siddhanta Saraswati Tividito Gauriya Gurvanvae Bhata Bhanuriva Prabhat Gagane Gaura Sankirtane Mayavadatimingilodharagatan Udhritta Jivaniman Krishna Prem Sadabdigahan Sukham Pradata Prabhum Tam Bhaje Namo Gaura Kishoraya Bhaktavadhuta Murtaye Gauranghra Padma Bhrangaya Radha Bhav Nishevine Vande Bhakti Vinodam Shri Gaura Shakti Sharupagam Bhakti Shastragya Samrajam Radharasa Sudhanadam Gaurajashita Shaira Vaishnavaira Vanda Vigraham Jagannatha Prabhum Vande Premabdham Vradha Vaishnavam Vancha Kalpataru Bhayascha Kripa Sindhu Bhaivacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Sarupakam Bhaktavtaram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam Namo Mahabhadanaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gaura Tushe Nama Sashtang Dandat Pranam to all the exalted Vaishnavas, devotees, servitors tuning in, and to the sincere seekers, and also to our well-wishers, friends. Hardik Namaskar and welcome to our Friday evening Sangha. And I have Shripad Arun Krishna Prabhu with me. Let me bring him on. Dandavat Pranam and welcome Shripad Arun Krishna Prabhu.
Dandavat Prabhu, happy to be in your class.
Hare Krishna. No, it is rather the other way around. And very, very welcome to Anilji also, who was able to take out time from his valuable engagements. So, and then online I will just recognize because I can see real time Madhav Prabhu has joined us. So Dandat Pranam, welcome. And also Adikeshwar Prabhu, Dandat Pranam. So we're reading from Religion of the Heart by Om Viṣhṇupād Śrīla Bhakti Sundar Govind Dev-Goswāmī Mahārāj, and we'll pick up from where we left off last week. We are on, if someone has the publication, we are on page 25, and the section reads Indra's Awakening. So that is the section that we are on. So we will...
Prabhuji, I'd like to remind you that depending on the publication, the page number may be off by one or so.
Correct. Thank you. And that's why I go more by the subtitle, which is Indra's Awakening. So Gurudev here is sharing with us Lord Indra, one of his pastimes. So should we read?
Yes.
Okay. So this is Gurudev. There is nothing undesirable or unwholesome in the transcendental world. The saints and the scriptures are showing us the way to the spiritual world. But unfortunately, we are not always so receptive to that. One time, Indra, the king of heaven, was cursed by a rishi to become a pig. When the curse was finished, Brahma, the creator, came to take Indra from his pig's body. Brahma said to Indra, "The time of your curse is finished. Come and take charge of the heavens. If you jump in the lake, you will change your body from a pig's body to your heavenly body." Indra was identifying himself with a pig's body. He was thinking his wife and children belonged to him. When he saw Brahma, he thought, "Who are you? You have 4 heads and a long beard. Why should I hear this from you?" Brahma could understand that Indra was very involved with his family life, especially his children. So he took all of Indra's children and threw them in the lake. Indra became very upset. When all his children were dead, he tried to catch Brahma and kill him. He thought, "This 4-headed man with a long beard has killed my children and now he is trying to kill my wife." Indra couldn't catch Brahma, so Brahma suddenly grabbed Indra's wife and threw her in the lake. Indra was lamenting because his whole family was dead. Again, Brahma said to him, "Please, jump in the lake and you will get a beautiful heavenly body. Your wife and children have already got their heavenly bodies, although you can't see it. If you jump in the lake, you will get yours." Finally, Indra was thinking, what value does this hog's body have? I am alone. I have nothing. He jumped in the lake and left his body and got back his beautiful form as the king of heaven. Then Brahma stood and said, "Do you want to go back to that hog's body? If you do, I can arrange it. You were fighting with me. Now do you understand what your form is?" Indra very shyly said, "I do not want to see that body again." This is also our position. We are thinking that if we leave our body and family, it will be bad for us. But our spiritual conscious body, Swarup Siddhi, is very beautiful. And the abode of the Lord is also very beautiful. We have a relationship with the Lord, His abode, His paraphernalia. And that relationship is always attracting us.
Yeah.
Very interesting, Arun Prabhu. So, he has given us this pastime and explained to us this is our position. Factually, it is the false ego that binds us to this temporal world and makes us believe in the dream that we are living in. It's true. A dream will only be a dream when you wake up from it. But till such time that we're in it, false ego, how can one get past false ego?
Yeah.
So, only when Indra was back in his heavenly body, then when Lord Brahma said, he offered him, do you want to go back into the hog's body again? He said no. So it's very difficult to be able to see through that and have that kind of faith. And that leap is that leap of faith, like to believe in what our acharyas and what our gurus have said. Simply believing in that is of a very high value. And lots of our community that we see actually do that, and it's very wonderful, and it's a learning experience, especially for me. In times when, need a little inspiration, then you look around and you say, look, these are, this is our community, and look how wonderfully they're situated. So it's Gurudev's blessings that we have association. Otherwise, fighting with Mayadevi by ourselves and trying to pretend that we are above false egos, a fool's errand.
Yes.
Any reflections, Arun Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji. It's interesting. I've seen people who don't remember their dream very vividly, some who remember it for only a short time, and most who will forget after a few days. My own experience is that in a dream-like state, the context of the dream seems very binding to say, this is reality, and this is the condition, and I'm stuck here. Whereas once when a person wakes up, then it is not binding. That is one part that I observe at least. And in both cases, the existence principle is there. In the dream, I think I exist, and then I am the observer of what is around. And it appears as real as one is woken up, except that when you're woken up, you feel very stupid thinking about the dream. And then the dream must be differentiated from what is known as vision. And so the divinity may appear in the vision, and in my view that is very different from dream.
Na sate vidyate bhavo, na bhavo vidyate sata. So,
and this particular story is very interesting because we have heard so many conceptions where the highest conception is heaven, and the king of heaven is considered the ultimate.
correct.
But here we can see the reality from a little higher perspective.
From the transcendental perspective. So,
Yes.
even from the lowest of the lowest planetary systems all the way to Brahmalok, all perishable.
Yes.
Even Lord Brahma has his lifetime.
Right.
So,
And that order of time is simply not perceptible to almost any other culture on earth, and only slightly getting, some perception by still the materialistic who are looking for scientific evidence. They get a glimpse of it. The day of Brahma, how big it is.
right.
They have no idea to be able to comprehend without a transcendental intervening directly and telling what that infinite almost reality is.
So, from the perspective of someone who's actually outside the system, then they would be able to say. Okay, excellent. So, our next section is 5 kinds of relationships. In Krishna's abode, all residents have one of 5 types of relationships with him. Shanta, Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya and Madhurya Rasa. Shanta Rasa means peacefulness. It is the primary relationship and its main characteristic is a firmness or steadiness in the service of Krishna. Dasya Rasa means we will develop a serving mood towards Krishna and his devotees. We will begin to hanker for service to Krishna. As we advance further, we will develop a friendship with Krishna, Sakhya, and when we advance even further, more intimacy develops, and that relationship becomes parenthood or Vatsalya Rasa. Next section, Paramar, love's highest spiritual manifestation. Consorthood with Krishna is called Madhurya Rasa, or a conjugal relationship. It is the highest. It has 2 parts. One pertains to marriage and the other to Paramar love. In Vrindavan, Paramar love is the highest. It is the mother of all rasas. In the mundane world, we consider Paramar love to be very bad. But if we understand for whom Paramar love is really meant, all such bad feelings will go. Who is my master? Who is the heart of my heart? Who is the wealth of my life and soul, my all in all? If we really know this, all bad feelings will vanish. In this material world, we have seen how Paramar love is manifested, but we must also see how that love shows itself through many different transcendental manifestations. There are many varieties of tastes within Paramar love, and each one displays progressively more and more ecstatic manifestations. During Mahaprabhu's first meeting with Śrīla Rupa and Sanatana Goswāmis in Ramakeli on his way to Vrindavan, he asked them, since you both have important positions in the government, how will you continue your service to Krishna? How will you continue your external life? How will you harmonize the two? Then he advised them. Paravyasanini nari vyagrapi graha karmasu tad aswadatya antaraha tad eva swadatya antaraha navasangarasāyanam. Continue your external life, but keep your Paramar relationship with Krishna inside your heart. It is not important whether others see it or not. Keep it in your heart in a hidden way. Just as a married girl always thinks of her Paramar lover when she is busily engaged in her household affairs, you also think of Krishna as you do your external work. We have made many rules and regulations to live in this mundane world. We have divided one part of the land for ourselves and another part for others. We have said, this food is for the cows and this is for me. We have made many adjustments in this material world, so bad reactions will not come to society. Whoever ignores these rules will be punished. But when the mood of Paramar love is firmly followed in the spiritual world, there is nothing bad There is nothing bad in the spiritual world. Everything is good there. That is why it is said in the scriptures, here is water and there is nectar. Or that abode has its own light and is always effulgent. It never burns and is always pleasant. This is Mahaprabhu's supreme conception, and this is our goal of life. Aradhyo Bhagavan Brajesha Tanayastadhama Vrindavanam Ramya Kachidupasana Brajavadhu Vargena Jakalpita Srimad Bhagavatam Pramanam Amalam Prema Pumartho Mahan Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Ramatam Idam Tatradarana. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We have 5 special types of relationships with Him. The highest one is that of the Brajagopis, composed of conjugal relationships, which in its highest manifestation is paramount love. Jayam Viṣhṇupād Śrīla Bhakti Sundar Govind Dev-Goswāmī Mahārāj ki Jai.
Jai.
This verse is by actually Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Last time when we were conversing, I by mistake said Vrindavan, Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur. So, although Gurudev has clearly said, it's by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. So, anyway. This is extremely high and very, very exclusive. So, I'm not thinking worthy to say anything, but just simply read and try to relish. So, if you have anything, please go ahead.
No problem. This is the most powerful, high voltage, high energy tattva that can be had if only we can capture a portion of what our Guru word is, making it easy enough for us to capture it. I feel really it's my inability that I'm not able to get all. But it is also my fortune that I have access to it. And even drop by drop, I'm able to get what Gurudev is giving to us. That's all I feel like. And this being Kartik and Deepavali is just 3 days away. My heart is just full of joy.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Yeah, one thing I would just say is that just from a peripheral thing, if you see that the Brahminical standards and the way of Vidhi Marg that we follow and we are used to, by that standard, what Srimad Mahaprabhu is telling to Srila Rupa and Sanatana Goswami, that like a paramar, like a married lady, always having her paramar in her heart. It is the most, it is the lowest of the lowest things to conceive of in the Vedic Varnashram.
Yeah.
And to break those chains and to surpass that, that's the beauty. That's Ragmarg. But to us, as a word of caution that is given, Matala Harijan Kirtana Range Pujala Rag Path Gaurav Bhange. So we will, as practitioners, we will try and stay within the borders of rules and regulations and a good balance, and not entirely give that up and think that we have become Harijan. And we will worship from our level and not try to imitate the Harijan, who may seem like they are engaging in worldly things. Viṣhṇupād. Originally it was Viṣhṇupād, but then Gurudev switched that word to Kirtanarange. So then otherwise it would just mean indulgence. So those little words of caution are given because, like we are reading, these things can be easily misconstrued. So with that we go on and continue and honor each other and have tolerance, and like that there is no dearth of good association all over the world, here, locally, everywhere. So like that. So let me ask, Namaskar Preeti ji, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear.
So can you switch on your camera, and is Anika there? Can you do Hari Harai?
Yes, Anika, I'll call her.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll call. Let me set up my phone on the.
Yes.
Start.
Yes, and then switch on the camera once you're ready.
Sure.
All right.
Okay. Thank you.
Done. So, and in contrast to the position here of Paramar relationship vis-a-vis the Varnashram, the strict Varnashram and the followers, it's completely inverted when we talk of the highest and the subtlemost realm. So what is highest over there is lowest here.
Mirror inversion.
So जो सबसे घृणित काम है, जो it is the most sinful here, exactly opposite. So to be able to harmonize all of that is not a function of the mind principle. So we have to not rely on our mind to be able to decipher and to be able to go, okay, this is just an equation and I'll be able to solve it. And this it is beyond the capacity of the mind. So we have to rely on revelation. Hare Krishna. Anilji is, I don't know if he can hear us or not. He was not able to switch on his.
Might be in listen only mode.
Oh, there he is. I think he is.
I can hear you actually.
Oh.
I can hear you. But I just have one question. If you have time permits, can you explain that inversion, right? Why it is? I think I am not getting it completely.
So do you follow what Gurudev said about Paramar love in our society, let's say human society, civilized society?
Okay.
So in theistic civilized society, Paramar love or love outside wedlock or relationship between
Got it.
two adults is not considered auspicious, is considered extremely sinful. So that scenario in the highest realm, not just transcendental but highest realm, Vrindavan, gets completely inverted.
Oh, okay, got it.
So that same principle becomes the highest kind of worship that can be offered to the sweet absolute. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir. Got it.
Hare Krishna. Jai.
Hare Krishna.
So that inversion is like seems very like from just the mind level seems very mathematical.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so we have Preeti ji, although she's also a bit lateral here.
Yes. After a long time, Dhanavad to everybody.
Namaskar, namaskar Anika ji and Bikram ji and whole family, our Dandavats.
Priti Didi, can you turn your camera 90 degrees? You are hearing? Yeah.
Yes, let's.
Yeah.
No, 20 degrees. We have to unroll this. Okay. Camera rotated, I think that's all. No, we can. Okay.
Yes,
Now,
now-
rotate.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now better, na? But
Yeah.
when I put up that in our that stool, that time I have to do it this. It should automatically rotate, but it does not working.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you have to hold it then maybe. Okay, I have to check what is going on. Normally phone vertically, horizontally, it automatically changes the camera position, but it's not working. Anyways, I'll hold it maybe.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead, please.
So we are going to Harihara Namo. That's
Yes,
fine.
start with Harihara and then Jai Dhani.
Okay, Anika, come on.
I didn't practice for Jayadani.
No, no, Harihara.
That's okay. No, just do as you feel.
Yeah, here. Bhaja Sri Krishna. Okay, let's closer. Okay. You can come closer. Bhaja Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda.
Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda
Shri Adaita Gadadhara Shivashadi Gaur Bhaktavinda.
Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Shadi Gaur Bhaktavinda
Hariharaya Namah Krishna Jadavaya Namaha.
Hariharaya Namah Krishna Yadavaya Namah
Jadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha.
Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namah
Gopala Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan.
Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan
Giridhari Gopinatha Madana Mohan.
Giridhari Gopinatha Madana Mohan
Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra.
Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra
Gadadhara Shri Vashadi Gaur Bhaktavinda.
Gadadhara Shiva Shadi Gauro Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunath.
Jaya Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunath
Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasha Raghunath.
Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghunath
ऐसाई गोसाई कोरी चरण बंदन
Ichai Gosai Kori Charana Vandana
जय होते विघ्ननाश अभीष्ट पुराण
Jaha Hoite Vignana Sabhishta Purana
ऐसाई गोसाई जार मुई तरदास
Ichai Gosai Jan Mui Taradas
सबरा पदरे नु मोरा पंचग्रास
Tasavara Padarenu Mora Panchagras
तदेव चरण से विभक्त सनिवास
Andra Charana Sevi Bhakta Sanebas
जन्म में मोरा अभिलाष
Janame Janame Mora Ei Abhilash
ऐसाई गोसाई जार वृद्ध कुलवास
Ichai Gosai Jabe Braja Koilabas
श्री राधा कृष्ण नीता लीला लीला प्रकाश
Radha Krishna Nitya Leela Kolila Prakash
आनंद बोलो हरि भज वृंदावन
Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavan
गुरु वैष्णव पदे मजय मान
Sri Guru Vaishnava Pade Majayaman
श्री गुरु वैष्णव पद मत करियास
Sri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koriyas
हरि नाम संकीर्तन कहे नरतम दास
Harinam Sankirtana Kohe Narottama Das
हरि हराय नमः कृष्ण जादवाय नमः
Hari Haraya Namah Krishna Jadavaya Namaha
जादवाय माधवाय केशवाय नमः
Jadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
हरे राम 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 हरे हरे
Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
निताई गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताई गौर हरि बोल
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol
जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव
Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev
जय गौरंग सुंदर जय गौरंग सुंदर जय गौरंग सुंदर जय गौरंग सुंदर
Jai Gauranga Sundar Jai Gauranga Sundar Jai Gauranga Sundar Jai Gauranga Sundar Jai. So since it's Kartik, so before we do Jai Dhwani, I have Nanda Kishore Prabhu, he'll do Damodar Ashtakam. So let's just have that.
What is the page number, Prabhu?
Okay.
Page 250.
It's 254. 254.
254.
So it's a little bit long. So if we could just like mute the mics and you can sing along, and I will just go just line by line, no repetition. Okay.
Okay.
Namamishwaram Satchidanandarupam Lasatkundalam Gokule Brajamanam Yashodabhiyolukhalabdavamanam Paramrishtamatyam Tato Drutya Gopya Rudantam Muhurnetra Yugmam Rejantam Karam Bhoja Yugmen Satankanetram Muhushvasakam Patrirekanka Kantha Sitagrevadamodaram Bhakti Badam Iti driksvalila bherananda kunde swagosham nimajantam akhypayantam tadeyashetageshu bhakte jitatvam puna prematastam shattavritti vrande Varam deva moksham na mokshavadim va nachanyam vreneham varesha dapiha idante vapurnatha gopal balam sada me manasya virasham kimanye idante mukham bhojam avyakta niler vittam kuntale snegdha raktesha gopya moshumvitam bimba raktadharam me manase avirashtabalam lakshe labhe Namo Deva Damodarananta Vishnu Prasiddha Prabhu Dukha Jalabdimagnam Kripa Drishti Vrishchate Dinam Batanu Grihane Shama Magya Medheyakshi Drishya Kuveratmaja Baddha Murte Vayadva Tvaya Mochita Bhakti Bhajau Kritau Cha Tatha Prema Bhaktim Swakam Me Prayacha Namokshe Graho Mesti Damodareha Namaste Stu Damne Spura Dipti Damne Tvadiyo Darayatha Vishwasa Damne Namaste Sudamne Spura Dipti Damne Tvadiyo Darayatha Vishwasa Damne Namo Radhikaya Tvadiyaya Priyaya Namo Radhikaya Tvadiyaya Priyaya Namo Nantalilaya Deva Yatobhyam Namo Nantalilaya Deva Yatobhyam Namamishwaram Satchidananda Rupam Lasatkundalam Gokule Brajamanam Lasatkundalam Gokule Brajamanam
Wonderful.
We can have the
Yes.
Jayadhwani.
Jai Dhwani.
Yes, you can read.
Shri Guru Guranga Kandapada Govinda Sundar Giridhari Gopilaju Ki Jai.
Jai.
Jai Om Viṣhṇupād Paramahamsa Parivar Chakrara Varyast Charasata Shri Śrīmad Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev-Goswāmī Mahārāj Ki Jai.
Jai.
Jai Om Viṣhṇupād Purnaṁ Paravarca Kyara Vari Asthara Sata Shri Śrīmad Bhakti Raksak Sridhar Dev-Goswāmī Mahārāj ki Jai.
Jai.
Jai Om Viṣhṇupād Paramahamsa Vari Asthara Sata Shri Śrīmad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur ki Jai.
Jai.
Jai Om Viṣhṇupād Śrīla Gokṣara Das Babaji Mahārāj ki Jai.
Jai.
Jai Om Viṣhṇupād Śrīla Chakti Nanda Bhakti Vinoda Thakur ki Jai.
Jai.
Jai Om Viṣhṇupād Śrīla Jagannath Das Babaji Mahārāj ki Jai.
Jai.
Shri Rupanuga Guru Varga ki Jai.
Jai.
Brahmacharya Śrīla Haridas Thakur ki Jai.
Jai.
Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vinda ki Jai.
Jai.
Shri Baladeva Vidyabhushan ki Jai.
Jai.
Śrīla Vishwanath Chakravarti Prabhu ki Jai.
Jai.
Shri Narottama Shyamananda Srinivasacharya Prabhu ki Jai.
Jai.
Śrīla Vrindavan Das Thakur ki Jai.
Jai.
Śrīla Krishna Das Kaviraj ki Jai.
Jai.
Saparsad Shri Nityananda Prabhu ki Jai.
Jai.
Saparsad Sriman Mahaprabhu ki Jai.
Jai.
Jai Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shamakunda Radhakunda Giri Govardhan ki Jai.
Jai.
Shri Lakshmi Varadeva ki Jai.
Jai.
To the Bhakti Vigna Vinashaya Shri Nrsimha Deva ki Jai.
Jai.
Bhakta Prabhara Prahlad Mahārāj ki Jai.
Jai.
Tulsi Maharani ki Jai.
Jai.
Ganga Jamna ji ki Jai.
Jai.
Grantaraja Srimad Bhagavatam Chaitanya Charitamrita ki Jai.
Jai.
Vishwa Vaishnava Raja Sab ki Jai.
Jai.
Aparat Mat Raja Shri Chaitanya Mat ki Jai.
Jai.
Tadya Sakam Mat ki Jai.
Jai.
Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat ki Jai.
Jai.
Vishwa Pavya Tadya Sakmat ki Jai.
Jai.
Shridham Mayapur ki Jai.
Jai.
Shridham Navadip ki Jai.
Jai.
Vrindavan Purushotam Dham ki Jai.
Jai.
Baladeva Subhadra Jopna ji ki Jai.
Jai.
Shri Govinda Kunda ki Jai.
Jai.
Shri Shadashiva Ganga Jiu ki Jai.
Jai.
Samaveta Vaishnava Mandu ki Jai.
Jai.
Samaveta Bhakta Vinda ki Jai.
Jai.
Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai.
Jai.
Nitai Gautanande Hari.
Hari Hari Bol. Jai Om Viṣhṇupād Śrīla Bhakti Sundar Govind Dev-Goswāmī Mahārāj ki Jai. Jai Om Viṣhṇupād Śrīla Bhakti Raksak Sridhar Dev-Goswāmī Mahārāj ki Jai. Jai Om Viṣhṇupād Vishwavarenya Śrīla A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki Jai. Jai Bhagavan Śrīla Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur ki Jai. Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai. Jai Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mata Acharya Vrinda ki Jai. Jai Śrīla Bhakti Pavan Janardhan Mahārāj ki Jai. Jai Śrīla Bhakti Nirmala Acharya Mahārāj ki Jai. Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai, Seva Vrinda ki Jai. Saparshad Sriman Mahaprabhu ki Jai. Saparshad Sriman Nityananda Prabhu ki Jai. Śrīla Haridas Thakur ki Jai. Rupanuga Guru Varga ki Jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai. Kartik Vrat ki Jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai. All the assembled devotees ki Jai. Shri Padarun Krishna Prabhu ki Jai. Preeti ji, Bikram ji, Anika ji and entire family ki Jai. Anil ji ki Jai. Our Facebook friends who are giving us blessings, sab ki Jai. Nittai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol.
Hari Bol. Shri Jagan Prabhu ki Jai. Samanika Devi ki Jai, Na Prabhu ki Jai. All the devotees ki Jai.
Hari Bol.
Hari.